Debugging and fixing bugs are a big part of our job, and we can't avoid it. We often spend more time debugging than we'd like to. According to the 2023 State of JS survey, debugging is one of the top 6 things developers struggle with. In 2023 and 2022, the situation was similar. So why not make debugging easier and more enjoyable? My name is Alexandra. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I will share simple tips that make debugging easier for me. Tip number 0. Know what you are fixing. Before you start debugging, make sure you understand the task and you have all the details about the bug. The more information you have upfront, the less you will need to discover during debugging. Let's look to a Jira ticket to understand what information might be useful. Ticket says, the Pay Now button remains disabled, even though all fields are filled and validation passed. But expected that Pay Now button should become enabled once all required inputs are valid. Make sure you have actual and expected results in the ticket. This is essential information for debugging. Without it, you can't complete the task. Additionally, ticket includes steps to reproduce. Clear reproduction steps save a lot of time. Clarify if the bug occurs every time or under certain conditions. For example, it might happen on specific devices, certain operating systems, particular browsers, or when some feature flag is enabled. If some details are missing, you will need extra time to find them. Screenshots and videos can also help you visualize the problem. Another important thing is understand the bug's priority. If fixing the bug requires a lot of time but offers minimal value, maybe you don't need to fix it. If any of this information are missing, don't hesitate to ask the person who created the ticket or someone else who has context about this bug. Don't start debugging until you clearly understand what needs to be done. The next tip: read error messages. Many developers see an error and jump to fix it without reading it properly. This often leads to wasted time. Some even copy the error into the Google or ChatGPT without reading it first. As a result, they don't understand the problem and why the fix works, if it works. So slow down and read the error message. It often shows you what's wrong. Tip number 2. Fix the real problem, not just the error. Sometimes developers fix the symptoms without fixing the real cause. This can create an even worse situation. The problem is still there, no errors in the console, so it looks like everything is fine. Always try to find and fix the real cause of the bug to avoid such scenarios. It's better to spend a little more time now than find and fix a hidden bug later. Tip number 3. Make logs visible. Logging only helps if you can actually see the messages that matter. Clean up extra logs. Too many logs can make it hard to see the important ones. Now, after I finish debugging and switch to something else, I remove any logs I no longer needed. It saves time and helps me stay focused. A great way to make log more noticeable is to add emojis or tags like debug at the start of the message. Try to use different log levels and make important logs easier to notice. There are 4 different levels: verbose, info, warnings, and errors. Verbose level logs includes only console.debug. As expected, these logs are used for debugging. Info level logs show some general information. There are a lot of different logs here. For example, console.info can be useful when you want to forbid console.log in the ESLint rules, but want to have some info level logs in production. Warning level logs includes console.warn, shown in yellow in the console, show that something unexpected happens but not critical. Errors level logs includes console.error, console.assert, and shown in the red in the console as the errors. You can filter logs using this drop-down or using this sidebar. This helps you focus on the logs that matter most. Another way to filter messages is using this input. When you're typing text in this input, you're filtering these messages by this text. For example, now we want to filter messages by words request and access. Also, it is possible to filter messages using specific filters in the input field. Type source, to see all the sources. Input suggests a list of sources. There are many more, but input suggests only sources for messages that shown in the console. Last filter is context. I don't really know how it works. If you do, please share in the comments. To combine the filters, separate them by the space. Like that. If you want to invert some filter, add hyphen at the start of it. As a result, the messages that match the filter will now appear in the console. Tip number 4. Make one change at a time. When you make multiple changes at the same time, one change can fix the bug, while another creates a new one. It is always better to make changes sequentially. Make one change, check it, make another one, check it. In this way you will save a lot of time. Tip number 5. Discuss the bug with a teammate. If you are stuck on the bug for too long, discuss it with a teammate. Even if they don't immediately know the solution, talking through the issue can help you structure your thoughts and can lead you to finding the solution yourself. This method has helped me many times to solve the problem that kept me stuck for hours. I frequently write detailed messages to more experienced teammates, describing the problem and steps I have already taken. Surprisingly, by the time I complete the message, I often found the solution and don't even need to send the message. Tip number 6. Clear the cache. Sometimes your changes aren't applied because of cache. I've spent hours wondering why my changes didn't apply, only to find out it was just the cache. Let's briefly discuss types of caches which can cause you a problem. First of all, let's discuss the browser cache. Browser caches images, JavaScript, CSS, and HTML. To clear the cache, right-click to the Reload button and click to Hard Reload or Empty Cache and Hard Reload. All these things will clear the cache. To disable cache permanently, go to the Network tab and check Disable Cache checkbox. This will work only when DevTools is open. Linters and compilers has own cache. Tools like ESLint or TypeScript caches metadata for speed up the process. For example, ESLint uses .eslint cache file for the cache, and TypeScript uses TypeScript config.tsbuildinfo file for incremental build. If you changed types or ESLint rules and nothing happens, try to delete these files. Many web frameworks also have their own build caches to speed up the build. For example, Next.js uses .next cache folder to store incremental build data. When I suspect cache issue, usually I delete whole .next folder and then rebuild it. Tip number 7. Prevent future occurrences. Once you've found and fixed the bug, invest some time to prevent it from happening again. Write tests covering this specific case. In the future, tests will catch the bug and you will not spend any time for that. Document this bug and explain why it happens, so the team can spot and fix it much faster. Add logs and alerts so the bug shows up immediately next time. For example, send a Slack alert if errors suddenly increase. Tip number 8. Take a break. If you are stuck without clear solution, take a break. Often some rest helps to clear the mind and see the picture clearly. I frequently found solutions in minutes after the resting. Even I've been struggling for hours. Thank you for watching. If you have other debugging tips, please share them in the comments. I would love to read how you make debugging easier and more enjoyable. Hope to see you in the next video.